I want to thank Betty for having me here tonight because she's my little hostess with the mostest and she's pushing me over here. But anyway, thanks for having me at your house, and I just, I have a little treat for you in just a little bit, but I'm going to use it first and then I'll let you unwrap it.
Okay.
So anyway, I just want to thank you for having me in your house and all of your friends. I'm glad I got to meet them. So I'm going to let you sit down because I'm doing a video, and this is for all of my reps. So I'm going to just kind of have people be probably a little bit quieter because of this. But anyway, I want to welcome everybody for coming. And how many of you have ever heard of the Silpat before?
I have.
Oh, good. Well, you know, I had a Silpat. My little story is I had a Silpat for about 9 years. And then one of my friends came over and said, "Do you like that Silly Patty thing?" And I said, "Oh yeah, I love this thing." And she happens to be sitting over here. And she goes, "Well, my neighbor's having a party and I think it's that stuff." And I was like, "It's not Pampered Chef?" Well, then guess who's going to be your guest? It's going to be me. So I went over, and the whole time the rep was talking about this product, I already knew how much I loved my Silpat. I fell in love with everything, and I thought, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to order everything in the catalog because I knew how much I loved it. But the first thing I want to tell you about the Silpat is that this is a woven glass and food grade silicone. So nothing will stick to it. The woven glass is a heat conductor, so it's going to turn everything golden brown, where the silicone's just going to let it slide right off. So we're going to show you some things that we made. And so we just made some tartlets, and here, I'll let you guys pass them around the table there. And I'm going to show you how easy this is to make this tartlet. This is just a jalapeno artichoke tartlet, and all we do is, you guys saw this Silpat? This is our roll pack. The difference between this and this is our pastry cloth, and this is something that we put in our oven. So I always say red is hot, white is not, because I don't want you to put this into the oven. But anyway, what this is, it's not just a pastry cloth. I use this for just every kind of craft. Like if I'm doing beadwork, because you know I'm older now, and I can't see, so when the beads drop, they're here, and they stick here. But the other thing that I like to do is I like to embellish like the back of jean jackets, and you use that stitch witchery craft stuff. And so when I put it on my ironing board, it got my ironing board all really gunky, but you can put it on here, and you can iron right on here, and then it'll come right off.
Wow, good idea.
Yeah, I really, you know, I use it a lot for doing those kinds of things more than even this. But this was really difficult. Betty slaved over the dough. I want you to know that she is just the pastry maker. So she slaved over our dough. And I'm going to check this for us. Oh, yeah.
I like her, chef.
This is going to be, ooh. Okay, so anyway, Betty slaved over the dough, like I said. You can do Pillsbury, you can do Kroger, you can do Albertsons, whatever. And each pie dough will make 30 tartlets. So all I did is I rolled out the tartlet, the pastry, and then we were using this Eco Glass cutter. The thing about this, it just looks like it's a little plastic cutter, but it's not. It's beveled, it's professional. All of our products are professional, they're all ergonomically correct. And so when you're using it, it makes cooking so much easier. So anyway, we just cut out the little shape. And because this is Eco Glass, you see the little ruffle? It's actually staying in on the tartlet if you see it. And all I did is pushed it in. I'm looking for my little, I think I put yours back away. just use a shaper and you push it down into the mini tartlet and you fill it with, oh that's right, you slaved over the dip too, I think. I think it's the Costco, yeah, it is. She slaved over this too. So you can use any kind of dip. You can use the jalapeno artichoke, there's spinach parmesan. There's also, if you don't have that and you just have cream cheese, mix it with some chives, put some shrimp on the top. I like to do jalapeno poppers. I put some chilies, little fresh jalapeno, some cream cheese and black olives. And that's all I do, and I just stick it in there and I bake it. And it tastes like those little poppers that you get at the store.
You could put lids on them too, couldn't you?
You could talk because, you know,
Oh.
it's okay.
Okay, so you can put lids on them too if you wanted to, like they could be a little pocket of something?
Oh, that would be fun. You know, I have never done that, but that would be a great idea.
Like a little cherry pie.
How do you get the tops
Oh.
how would you get the tops to stick?
I think you just could push it down
Oh.
or do a little egg wash and it would stick.
Oh,
Usually I am doing a game at this time, but this is going to be too hard to do. Usually you'll get a ticket for coming, and I do want my reps to see that, so I'm just going to show them. And then Betty's going to pass them out. Okay, so what I do is I have 2 tickets, and everybody gets a ticket for coming. And then every time you ask a question, you get a ticket. And this is for a prize at the end of the evening. So, I'm going to put that right there. And we're not going to wait too long on the chili relleno because I want you guys to eat it when it's hot. But anyway, back to the silpat. Like I said, this is a food grade silicone and woven glass. What makes this system so unique is that this is a perforated baking sheet, and now when I put the silpat on it, it's just a cookie sheet. At least that's what I thought. But I bake chicken on here, I do roasted vegetables. You can just do anything on this, just like you would a cookie sheet. But it's really important to have the perforated sheet, because this is a full system, so it makes every oven seem like a convection oven because the heat will go right through. Are you familiar with outside-in cooking?
No.
Okay. Perfect example is get a Pyrex dish, and it's a 9x13 dish, and you put brownies in it. So you put it in the oven. The first thing that's going to start cooking is the top. And then the outside of the glass is going to heat up, and then it's going to go finally to the center. And so that's why your edges are always crunchy. Yeah.
That's
And
what I
yours
would
are
eat
so
first.
good.
And mine are perfect. Yeah, that's right. And that's really important. So that's what happens with those brownie bites, and some of you here have had those before.
well, I have a question. Could you use a regular cookie sheet or it wouldn't work right?
You know what? For years, I just did cookies. And so I did them on the cookie sheet. But now that I've been selling this product and we have chefs on our team, this really makes a difference in how your product's going to come out. And you really want it to be a professional finish, and that's what we're going for here. So all you really need is one medium perforated tray, and everything else will fit on here. So on one side, I did use a cookie sheet, but that's because I didn't know about the perforated baking sheet. And I have compared them. When I get out my molds, I have done a mold on a cookie sheet, and I have done a mold on the perforated, and it makes a huge difference because it doesn't want to cook through as quickly because, of course, the air circulates here.
Yes, I made cookies today with the perforated sheet, and it took me 4 minutes shorter time
Oh,
Per sheet?
per sheet.
Really?
wow. So that's good. I'm going to let you guys get started. How many of you have ever made an egg dish that it just sticks to the edge and it's just a drag, and cheese and things like that? So